What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my recap review for the Shy Season 4, Episode 8, Love Jones. Now, a lot is happening. It's only a couple episodes left in the Season 4 of the Shy, and we see that a lot of these relationships are starting to blossom, and some are starting to wither. And in this episode, they kind of focus on three of the main relationships. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, support the channel, bang that bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Share the video. Let's get into it. Now, when this episode kicks off, it's in the black and white little montage showing different little spots around the Shy, how people are living, surviving, chilling, whatever the case may be, smoking a square, all of that good stuff. And so it's kind of interesting to see that little aspect of the city, which was cool. Next thing you know, we see Love Jones on TV, and Emmett is watching it, texting somebody saying our movie on, but he ain't texting Tiff. It turns out he was texting his original boo, and it was Keisha. And so Keisha run and turn it on, and she like, thanks for telling me. Yeah, this our part. And he like, man, you think they ever did something together in real life? And she laughing, talking about some, no, I don't think so. And he like, yeah, man. And so they playing it out, and they have a little moment, and it really shows that really that's really who they should be with, is each other. They original crush. They got the movies that they share the same. They get off the phone. She watching the movie, so he's sitting there lonely by himself. So he decided to text Tiff and see where she's at and what's going on, where she doing. Meanwhile, we see Kev thirsty, and he over here calling the girl saying, hey, in case you ain't get the first couple calls, I'm calling you again, see how you doing. Keisha walk in, he tried to slide the phone in his pocket, and she said, don't be thirsty. He said, I'm not. She said, yeah, okay. And so he said, man, what you mean? And so he said, if you tell the truth, would you be with me or a guy like Jake? And at first she was like, that's nasty, I ain't gonna do that, you my brother. He said, no, tell me though, why girls seem to be liking somebody like Jake over me? And she like, well, I don't know. And she said, man, that's the problem right there. Y'all be wanting drama over a nice guy like me. I bet you gonna play old boy at your shop to the side. And so that kind of made her think a little bit, but she tried to play it off. Meanwhile, Emmett is trying to finally hear back from Tiff. She calls and she answers the phone, and she drunk, and he's trying to talk to her, and Dante is with her talking in the background. And so he's like, where you at? And she like, I'm drunk, I ain't gonna come home tonight. He said, hell no, you better bring your ass home tonight. You better catch a Lyft or Uber. And Dante talking about, she ain't coming home, she drunk. And so Emmett mad, she over here laughing, giving the shush finger. And so he's saying, where you at? I'm gonna come pick you up. She said, no, Emmett, I ain't coming home tonight, I'll be there in the morning. And so he's pissed, he's mad, he's trying to talk her into coming home. Dante all in the phone in the ear talking crazy, and that's infuriating Emmett, but he kind of hold it together and eventually hang up the phone, because he was probably gonna blow his top if he would have kept it. She like, I know he ain't hang up. And Dante said, shit, I would have hung up if I was his ass, knowing that she dirty, but he don't give a hell because he having fun with her dirty ass. Meanwhile, we see the next day that Papa's cleaning up, and he all in Miss Maisha's Facebook stalking her, and he talking about how good she look, and Jay come and say, yeah, she is looking good. And then he saying, man, Maisha always look good, y'all just not noticing, don't be getting on her because she got makeup. He said, damn, calm down. He said, no, everybody want to be all over her now that she got this and that, but y'all should have been on her jock. Basically, y'all is all just some riders. And so he all defending his little queen like a pawn should. Meanwhile, we see bacon in the skillet getting cooked. We see eggs getting scrambled like it's no tomorrow with cheese, butter on that bread. We see grits on the oven, and it's Emmett, and he's making up a first-class continental breakfast. The next thing you know, we see Tiff walking in like she's some celebrity hung over with her glasses on, and he like, oh, so what's up? And so she expecting the argument, but instead he talking about all the food he cooked for her, and he's saying, look, you could be out and do all that stuff, but don't no other man know that I didn't know how you like your eggs and the bacon grease and your butter on your bread that's already warm. And I know you like your coffee just the same color as me. So yeah, you may be out there doing all this, but can't nobody else do this like I can for you. And so she said, so you not mad? He say, no, go ahead and take a shower. And when you come back, I got all this food waiting for you, baby. I know you don't need sausage. You had plenty of that last night. Meanwhile, we see Papa. He knocking on the door to check on Maisha. And Jake had told him he should check on him. So he's, my queen. She like, Papa, don't call me that. But you're my queen. Whatever my queen needs, she shall have. That's what a pawn's job is. You're living your best life. I'm just here. Other people don't understand. She said, yeah, but you ain't got to read all these comments and stuff people be leaving on my page. I thought it was cool at first, but now people negative. Well, people just don't understand you're walking in your purpose. Or it could be that people are assholes. I don't know. That's what my daddy told me. She like, okay. I guess I'd rather it be the first thing. He said, that's okay, queen. They just don't understand your shine. Hey, you got the glow like Bruce Leroy, and I'm here for you to the end, queen. Just let me know. Meanwhile, we see Jake, and he's sitting there putting together something for Gemma, when all of a sudden we see Trig come sit down. He got a new pair of little Gucci steppers, and so they talking for a minute, and he's saying, so what's up, man? What you doing? He say he putting together something for Maisha. He like, look, man, I ain't gonna tell you not to follow your heart, but you did your boy wrong, Kev. And he say, oh, okay, well, what's up with you and Shad? Why y'all ain't talking? He said, man, that's different. Shad tried to disrespect my wife. He said, well, I'm saying it's the same thing. You telling me to be there for my boy. When you there with your boy, you hit me up and let me know. He said, all right, I'll let you know. Meanwhile, we see Kev, and he's talking with Emmett at Smokey's. He want a little piece of that food, and he say, no, this food is for Papa. I need to talk to him, talk me off the ledge. He say, man, but you grown. What you need to talk to Papa for? He say, man, he be having that knowledge, man. And here come Papa. Man, why you call me in so early? What's going on, man? He say, hey, man, look, I got this food for you. Come on and sit down. I'm going to talk to you about my girl. But Kev already told him that Papa having troubles with his girl. And so he say, hey, look, man, what's up, man? I know you may not be able to help because you having problems too. So they laugh. Papa get mad. Man, don't be putting my business out there in the streets. And then he's like, my bad. I thought everybody knew. And so Emmett like, ooh, my bad. He say, look, man, if you want your lady back, you got to go ahead and do what you know her best. Speak her language, man. And so Emmett's sitting there listening to Papa, what he talking about. Then we see Kev, and he say, man, y'all think I should get Gemma back? They like, I don't know, man. That ship already sailed, man. It look like it ain't no good, man. You might as well move on. So they kind of hated threw salt on this game. And then next thing you know, they dap up and say, man, we gonna get our women back. Meanwhile, we see that Keisha's in the little hood wheel, and while she's in the hood wheel, we see Ida BC got his eye on her, so he come on over, pretend like he price checking stuff, and he said, so how you doing? And she said, I'm doing fine. I ain't been getting that much sleep. Sometimes I feel like I'm daydreaming. He's like, well, this is real. You work at the hood wheel, and you have a baby, and you're madly in love with me. And she say, I don't know about all that. He say, well, I was trying. I was hoping for the third one. She say, oh, okay, nice try. He said, anyway, how about I take you out sometime? And she said, yeah. He was like, thank you, Jesus. So she laughed. She like, you know, I'm lactating and I live with my mama and her wife and I got all this other stuff. He like, it's all good. I don't care. I'm out of BC, baby. What's up? Meanwhile, we see Kev knocking on the door to go see Maisha helping Papa out. And she's saying, what's up? What you need? Did Papa send you over here? And he said, no. And she was like, yeah, right. She was about to close the door. He said, okay, he did. But I want to talk to you about something myself too. And so then they close the door. She come inside, let him in there, and they start talking in the kitchen, aka her office. And so he's saying, hey, I'm proud of you. You shining right now. She said, hey, I always been the ish. You just not noticing. He say, hey, I was the one that had the crush on you first. She said, yeah, I know, but I'm the one that gave you that swag you got now. And he like, oh, I appreciate it. I give you that. And he said, man, my Gemma left me for Jake. She said, hey, look, I don't wish no heartbreak on nobody. And so he said, well, look, why don't you come to this party? And she's saying, I don't know about all that. And he's saying, hey, look, I mean, come on, Papa, you know, he throwing a party or whatever. She's saying, look, all my friends treat me different. Now that I'm getting a little shine, they don't know how to act. I see how it is though, but they all used to me playing in the back. I'm not trying to overshine, Papa, but I ain't about to be somebody I'm not either. He like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, we see at Smokey's, Emmett finally serving up Trig, and he's like, yeah, let me get a number 3. What's good with you? And so they start talking, and he starts telling them, hey man, it's all good, man. Your money ain't good here. He say, man, come on, I'm trying to support black-owned business. He say, it's all good, man, but let me ask you something. How's it with the married life, man? How's it working? He like, man, it's cool, but you know, it got its ups and downs. And so Emmett say, man, I've been trying this open marriage, man, and I don't know. Trig like, ain't that supposed to be good? What's up? He say, I thought it was, but I mean, I don't like her being with these dudes and they got money and stuff. He said, look, you got the home court advantage. You know your woman do what she like. Meanwhile, we see at the hood wheel that Adebisi is all friendly and cuddly with this nice little red bone, and Keisha looking from the side getting a little jealous because she is a little cute little yellow Cinderella over there. And so Keisha got her eye on him while he all hugged up. She almost knocked that hat off, but you know Adebisi hat never moves. And so while he hugged up and giving her a hug or whatever the case, she leave. He's sitting there with that gangster lean, and she come over and say, who was that? And he's like, that was just a friend. She says, oh, okay, the friend, huh? He says, I mean, I understand. She says, it's all right. I ain't trying to ask or whatever. He say, hey, look, I understand you've been through a lot, but I'm not trying to hurt you. I know it's hard for you to trust. If I've been through what you've been through, I would have a hard time trusting people too. But that's my friend from high school, and you know, it don't count. Meanwhile, we see Kev, he done went to go meet up with Gemma, and he talking to her saying, hey, look, I'm gonna prove my love. I'm gonna go ahead and fight to have you back. She say, when you say things like that, that's harassment. You can't fight for my love. I always love you, but I don't want to be with you. You can't make me be with you. Okay? Yeah, that's harassment. I always love you, but I can't be with you. I'm not in love with you. Meanwhile, we see Tiff stretching that thing out after it done got a little loose from last night. She trying to stretch it back into shape, when all of a sudden we hear a knock at the door, and it's Emmett with the little leather on, and he acting as if he was Lorenz Tate and Love Jones. And so she catch on and start laughing, and she say, oh, okay, so what this supposed to be, Love Jones? He say, yeah, call me Darius, you know what I'm saying? What's up, girl? She say, oh, okay, well, that's what's up. So what you trying to do? He said, look, why don't we go on out and have a little night on the town, you know? I'll take you out, get you that CD you always looking for. She say, okay, all right, I see you. Well, we'll see what's up then. And so he trying to role play. Meanwhile, we see Keisha, and she Instagram stalking Adebisi, and then she decided to give him a call, and he laid up with that hat still on. That hat do not move. And so while he laid up with the hat on, with the glasses off, he's talking to her, and he's saying, hey, let me take you out. I just want to get you out for a little bit and, you know, help you relax. And so she laughed a little bit, and she say, okay, I'll do it. And so he didn't talk her out of coming out or whatever and spending some time with him. And so it seemed like, you know, Keisha may give Adebisi a chance. Meanwhile, we see at the hood wheel that Kev and Papa is shopping, and Papa talking about all the stuff he want to do for Maisha and her party. And he's saying the details, it's all in the details. So he gonna buy a fog machine and all kind of stuff, trying to go all out just to impress Maisha. Meanwhile, we see later that night that Keisha getting picked up by Adebisi on this little putt 2000, and he actually took that hat off and put on the helmet and said, I got a helmet for you. She said, I ain't getting on that thing. He said, it's okay. Trust me. I got you. Just hold on real tight. And so she gave him a little look or whatever. Then she decides she gonna hop on that little putt 2000 and go ahead and give him a squeeze and roll off into the midnight moonlight. And so meanwhile, we see that they playing Love Jones. Emmett got Tiff out, and so they saying, okay, we gonna play into character. She say, where's the motorcycle? He said, damn girl, I can't afford all of that. And so while they trying to play Love Jones, we got Keisha and Adebisi actually living Love Jones, and she over here riding on the back of the putt, and then we see it's no traffic. And then I noticed they had the streets blocked off for the movie anyway. They get to this little you know, hood record shop, and he playing different music, running game on her real smooth, like saying that he like this, he like that, and it's old school music. He got an old soul. And then we see in the background, it's his old flame in the background too. And so she talking to, she saying, I like this. What if I want to buy it? He said, well, I was about to buy it. Meanwhile, they relating. We see at the party, it's a line outside like it's really a club. We got Maisha poster out there that Papa done made. She finally walks in. People was wondering how she cut the line. They like, oh, did you know who that is? She get in. The first thing she do is complain about it's too much fog. Then she say, where is everybody? Why you ain't let the people in? You supposed to have the party jumping first. Now you got everybody waiting outside and stuff. What's going on, Papa? He like, man, see, that's why I need you in my life. Kev don't know nothing. And so we see Kev over there in the corner looking stupid. Meanwhile, we see Love Jones Part 2 is in play, and Emmett took Tiff to a comedy show, and she like, man, I ain't been to a comedy show in a long time. He like, yeah, me either. And so they over there trying to enjoy themselves when this whack-ass Def Jam Comedy Jam reject come on stage joking, and he talking about how all the people in the audience, all the women, got their eyes on him, and when you out there at night with your woman, she thinking about me. And so Emmett and other people is like, nah. He say, man, I don't know why people think it's cool to bring a girl on a date to a comedy club, man. That ain't no good date, man. All the women just want me, man. Hey, man, tell the truth, man. Men be coming after your girl, don't they, man? Don't they? And so Emmett like, nah, man, this my wife, man. This my wife. He say, oh, okay, my bad. How long y'all been together? And so he tell her 11 months, and he like, okay, what's her name? And he say Tiff, even though they supposed to be in character. And he say, oh, man, I had 3 marriages. None of them lasted a year, because my wife, she kept wanting to sleep with other men, so I had to learn how to fork myself. She want to fork everybody else. And so Emmett's starting to get a little sensitive with that, and he's saying, don't worry, baby, after the show, come hit me up. And so Emmett ain't like that right there. And meanwhile, we see back at the party, Papa's all up on Maisha, and he's like, all right, my queen, let me get a dance with you. And so next thing you know, they start dancing for a minute. Then he leave in the middle of the dance and say, let me go check on Kev. And so he like, why you looking like somebody stole your bike, man? It's all good, man. You got to cheer up. And while he over there trying to cheer up Kev, this other dude then came and slid in on his woman dancing. And so Kev like, well, who's that dancing with Maisha? He say, I don't know, man, but I'm about to go find out. And Kev say, hey, man, chill, man. Just let it be. And Papa say, nah, man, I'm about to find out. He said, man, you gotta give him some space. He say, since when you a Christian? And so Papa walk all over there. He like, hey, man, what's up? You got business with my lady? And then dude was backing up like, my bad, you out my weight class. And then she said, Papa, I ain't your woman no more. You do this party for me, let me enjoy. So old boy was like, damn. And so Papa looked stupid. His mouth done about damn near hit the floor. And so next thing you know, they belly to belly dancing over there, and Papa looking stupid while she getting her groove on. And Papa like, damn. And we see that it say Papa never fail. It's more like Papa never wins over here. Papa just failed. And so we see that Papa sitting on the sidelines with Kev talking about, look at this right here, man. I don't understand this. And Papa getting advice from Kev now. He say, man, it's all right, man. It'll be all right. And so Maisha come over and say, Papa, I don't need you to save me all the time. And then Papa say, I know. I'm just saying. I'll just be here for you. She say, well, you threw the party for me? Let me enjoy. Next thing you know, Gemma walk in, and she came with Jake. Messy, because Kev had just invited her to the party on the street. She said she ain't gonna go, but then she comes with Jake. So Kev decides he gonna go and dance with this other little cutie, who actually was a nice little cutie, but he got his eye on Gemma the whole time, trying to make her jealous. Meanwhile, we see that Adabisi done took Keisha to some spoken word, and she's over here speaking, talking about, why do we always have to be strong? Why do we always have to smile? And why do we always have to front as if we are having no problems? Why is it? And so Keisha started getting a little sensitive, walk out, she hyperventilating. And so Adabisi say, hey, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And so she said, I just needed some air. He say, is it okay? Can I hug you? And she turned around and looked And then she give him the nod, say it's okay, and then he hug her and say it's all right, it's gonna be all right. Another thing, while he was there with her, is that he kept on texting his roommate. Meanwhile, we see Maisha hugged up with the new man over here and left Papa sitting there looking like Mr. Lonely Hearts over here. And so we see Kev dancing with his new little booty over here, and Gemma with Jake's the whole time. She dancing, she keep looking back at Kev and noticing that he got somebody and moved on, and she getting jealous. And Jake like, why you keep looking at her and him? What's up? Meanwhile, we see Keisha back at Ida BC house. He got a little record player. They playing a little music, and they start dancing, cutting the rug, having a good old time like the real Love Jones over here. They starting to fall in love. And back at Love Jones, the remake, we see Emmett trying to dance with Tiff outside, have a good time, take her mind off some things, telling them that he really want to be with her and he enjoy her. At the same time, at the party, we see Maisha step to Jim and say, well, I knew you wasn't shit. Why you over here got Kev and Jake fighting over you? And she said, I can't control what they do. He said, yeah, but you ain't telling them to stop. I can't make them do nothing. She said, yeah, but why you over here messing with their heart? You know better than that. And then we see Papa get on the mic and he like, attention, attention. I just want to say and honor the guest of honor, Maisha. Maisha, you a queen. You've always had your shine, and I'm glad that everybody else is just not seeing it. Meanwhile, we see that Kev and Jake is talking, and Jake tell him, hey, look, man, I'm sorry about how it go. And Kev say, it's all good, man. Just don't hurt her feelings, man. Don't break her heart. He say, I got you, bro. And so they shake up. He said, man, when I told you find a girl, I didn't mean my girl. Anyway, Papa say, Maisha, come on up here and get your flowers, queen. And so he undo the little collage that he made for her as a present. And she come on up and everybody is celebrating her. Meanwhile, we see Keisha going through Ida BC stuff in his house, experimenting or whatever, exploring. And then she find a camera and she say, all right, let me take some pictures of you. So at first he was reluctant, but then he get up, start striking the pose for her, start trying to buy into it, letting her take pictures or whatever the case. And they start to have a good little time. Meanwhile, we see Papa talking with Maisha, and he's saying, so, you know, she's saying, Papa, I like you, but I don't know. I mean, I like to be around other people and this and that. And, you know, we ain't together right now. And so Papa, he a little salty, feeling rejected. We even saw Maisha during the party get the phone number to old boy she was dancing with. Meanwhile, we see Jake then left somewhere. So now it's Kev and Gemma talking. And she's saying, look, Kev, I saw you with that other girl. He like, were you jealous? She was like, a little bit. Were you jealous with me and Jake? He said, yeah, a little bit. He said, look, Maisha, you know, you go ahead and do your thing. I ain't gonna mess with you. And so she said the same thing, and they basically chilled, and now they had moved on amicably. Now we see that out of BC is taking Keisha home, and it was raining, and so he done got her little weave wet, and she ain't even tripping. She happy, she had a good time. And so next thing you know, he move in for the attack and go ahead and get some little smooches in, and next thing you know, it look like they may have a real Love Jones brewing. And then later at the end of the night, we see that Emmett is walking with Tiff, and they downtown, and she's like, what are we doing here? He said, you don't remember? This is where we met. It was at the Taste of Chicago. You was with your girl. She's like, oh yeah. And then he get on one knee, on bended knee, and he's like, look, I really love you, and I want to go ahead and make things right. She like, we already married. And then he pull out this rock, this big old rock, and he say, yeah, but I want to give you a new ring, and I love you, Tiff, but I don't want to have this open marriage no more. I just want you to myself. And she said, yeah, but I like our new arrangement. And he says, yeah, I know, but anytime I'm with somebody else, all I'm thinking about is you. And she said, like variety. And he said, well, look, I don't know. I don't think I could do this no more. If we can't keep our marriage closed, I don't know if I want to stay married to you. And she said, what? And so she's surprised, and next thing you know, he closed that box because she can't close her own little box that she got. And so it looked like it may be on the verge of over with. Now it's time for real talk. I actually did not like this episode that much because it made these guys look like wimps and simps. I mean, all of these men was catering to women that didn't appreciate them or want them, and it just seemed kind of pathetic. The only thing that was redeeming is how Emmett actually manned up at the end and told her, look, these are my feelings. I really love you, care about you, but at the same time, I don't want to be in no open marriage with you. And if we can't get this closed up and just me and you, then I can't be with you, which is real because Tiff has gotten way more than her fair share of revenge by being with this Dante. And she says she wants variety, but that truth is she just wants a boyfriend on the side and have a babysitter because she ain't sleeping with multiple men. She just sleeping with Dante. And she really want to be with him when the truth be told, Dante wouldn't be with her. She's cheating on her husband. And like he even said, I would have hung up on your ass. So it seems that she needs to wake up and realize that maybe she either wants to be single or she wants to be in a marriage. And I'm glad he finally called her out on it. Another thing, out of BC, I'm starting not to trust with him and that girl, and then him taking her to the record shop, and that girl was at the record shop, and he got this mysterious roommate that he kept texting all night long, whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden the roommate wasn't even there at their house. What is going on with this roommate? Who is out of BC? Where did he come from? I'm not sure about him, and I damn sure don't know how that hat stay on. And also, how the hell is Maisha talking about Gemma ain't worth a damn when she's sitting here? Papa done threw a party for her. He been calling her a queen, giving her, building up her self-esteem. His daddy done gave their mama money, all kind of stuff, and she won't even dance with him. But a couple minutes when he came back, his seat was taken. And next thing you know, she even getting the number of the dude at the party Papa threw. I mean, how dirty can you get? It just seemed like all of these women these guys was chasing didn't appreciate him. Keisha kind of did, but she's still a little traumatized. And I didn't understand how Maisha was talking about she used to date Kev when she basically raped him by stealing his kisses and tackling this dude in season 1 and making him be with her when he didn't want to be with her. He wanted to be with her cousin. So I don't know, and I damn sure don't know what swag she gave him. But anyway, this episode was not one of my favorite, and I'm interested to know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, and I'm out of here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like, bang that bell, share, and I'll be back on the next one. Deuces. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like, subscribe, bang that bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.